Hey guys, welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm Rob Mackenzie Lafergie. Amanda Waller is the incredibly tough, sometimes a bit too tough, government agent, probably best known as the director of Task Force X and the Suicide Squad. Her fierce stubbornness and inability to take no for an answer rightfully earned her the nickname The Wall. But there's quite a bit about her that some people don't know, and I will not abide ignorance about Waller. If you finish this and want more, check out our video on the top 10 facts about Miles Morales next. But first, get ready, it's time for the top 10 surprising facts about Amanda Waller. Number 10. She got the idea for the Suicide Squad from a World War II team. A lot of you guys might have known about her affiliations with the squad, but I know not many people know where she got the idea. Turns out there was a team way back in World War II called the Suicide Squadron, full of expendable criminals led by Rick Flag. They even became a pretty cohesive team by the end. Waller thought it was a great idea to have a bunch of people who it doesn't matter if they live or die after seeing your friends and allies killed during the war, and decided to do the same thing using supervillains. And I, for one, am glad she did. Number 9. Argus. At this point, Waller is more or less synonymous with the Suicide Squad. However, that isn't the only team in her control. She's also acted as director of Argus, a significantly less suicidal team meant to offer support to the Justice League. Argus stands for Advanced Research Group Uniting Superhumans, and they take on tasks that the League can't deal with and also help to clean up after the devastating superpowered fights. Unfortunately, once Waller became director, her over-aggression led to a number of avoidable mistakes, and she was eventually kicked out. Number 8. She was in 3 live-action works before Suicide Squad. A lot of people think that Waller was introduced for the first time in the Suicide Squad film, but she's been around for quite some time. She was in 2 TV shows, Smallville and Arrow, and was even in the Green Lantern movie, although I'll forgive you for not wanting to remember that. And it doesn't stop there, she's also been in over a dozen animated works, including TV, film, and video games. Can't escape the wall. Number 7. She doesn't like the Justice League. You'd think a government official would be in favor of the team that helps to protect the planet, but Waller is definitely not a fan of vigilante justice. Waller knows that if a superpowered individual went bad, they could cause huge amounts of damage, so she doesn't trust any superhero further than she can throw them. Although, to be fair, she could probably throw them pretty far. She's pretty badass. Number 6. She founded the New Justice League of America. Yeah, Amanda decided that if you can't beat them, join them. She was so worried that the Justice League would go rogue that she made her own Justice League full of superpowered individuals. She claimed that this was to deal with outside threats, but it was really so she could call on them to fight the Justice League if they went bad. After the new league was disbanded, some of the heroes went off to Canada to start Justice League Unlimited. Oh, Canada. Number 5. She was all ready for an evil Superman. Considering how paranoid she is of how dangerous superpowered people can be, it's no surprise that she's especially worried about the crazy overpowered Superman. So she prepared for the worst, stocking up on kryptonite in order to potentially deal with the guy if he went rogue. She created the group Last Line, made to fight supes, and even made a doomsday human hybrid infused with kryptonite. When the group realized this was pretty much just her not liking Superman, they turned on her and she went back to leading Task Force X. Number 4. The redesign. Waller was famous for her stocky, sturdy frame and stoic as hell attitude, but then in New 52, suddenly she was this super fit action babe, and it was disappointing to a lot of fans, myself included. Why would you turn this badass, unique character into some generic action chick? Imagine if Kingpin was reimagined with abs. No! I'm not against character redesigns, but changing them to become less interesting and more generic is just moving in a completely wrong direction. And it's made even worse because this version was used in Arrow and Green Lantern too. Thankfully, since Rebirth, she's back with her usual look. Number 3. Psychopathic admirer. Amanda Waller isn't exactly everyone's type. She's brash, she's aggressive, and insanely selfish, but you know who sees past that hard exterior? James Gordon Jr. That's right, Commissioner Gordon's serial killer son, James, is infatuated by Waller. After seemingly dying in a fight with Batgirl, he came back as a member of the Suicide Squad advising Waller, and he is into her. Now the feelings definitely aren't mutual, but she kinda lets it happen because he's useful. I mean, they're pretty perfect for each other. Number 2. She created Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond was a staple of many a childhood, and it's super interesting that Waller is the one who orchestrated the whole thing. By inserting Bruce's genetic code to overwrite that of Warren McGinnis, Waller was able to make Warren's son, Terry, actually a genetic son of Bruce, allowing his genes to be passed on to the boy who would become the new Batman. This seemed so out of character. She does not like superheroes and even specifically had a rivalry with Bruce. However, as time went on, she began to respect the guy and eventually decided the world needed a new Batman. Number 1. She can resurrect dead members of the Suicide Squad. This is probably the craziest of the facts on this list. As common as it is for people to eventually come back to life in comics, there aren't a whole lot of ways to force resurrection. But by studying Resurrection Man, Waller was able to develop the Samsara serum. She did this because, surprise surprise, too many members of the Suicide Squad were dying. Only problem is the serum is super unstable and eventually ends up killing anyone it's used on. Or, you know, making them explode. That's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please smack that thumbs up button and subscribe to Top 10 Nerd for more videos. Let me know your favorite member of the Suicide Squad in the comment section down below. And if you want a sweet playlist to watch so you can just chill out and be a nerd, check out our Top 10 alternate versions playlist on the channel. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFurgey with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.